Pulling up into an elegant barrel roll there, and that'll be followed by yet another stall turn, but this one ending up pulling out inverted. It's very nice for Gavin to have had a little bit of extra height with which to commence his display in a relatively low-powered aeroplane such as this. Managing your energy through an aerobatic sequence is all important. Almost non-existent cloud base today meant he was able to start his routine at height and gradually work his way down. So that was Gavin Hunter on the loop.
Pulling up at 400 miles an hour and 4G. Ready for another shape change. Reds 4 and 5 move out, Reds 8 and 9 move in. And at 6,000 feet at the top of this loop, the jets have slowed down to about 150 miles an hour, where the controls are now less responsive. The pilots work hard to maintain and change that formation position. So over the apex of the loop, we're now speeding up, back up to 200, 300, 400. The G's building up, 3G, 4G, about to come left in Feathered Arrow. Feathered Arrow is actually known as Fred. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first part of the Red Arrows display. So far, you've seen all 9 aircraft together performing close formation aerobatics. Out that beautiful blue sky, the smoke comes on, they roll out towards us to start the second half of this display with the detonator.
Davey. Hi, Davey.
So there go, Enid, keep your eyes on Jippo. Stu Campbell. Stu is a second-year pilot with the team. He's a former Tucano instructor and Tornado pilot. Now, Stu is a local man. He's from just down the road at Peebles, and he has asked me to say a big hello to all of his friends and family. He can't mention you all by name. There are just so many of you. In fact, I think we got hashtag Peebles Massive trending on Twitter this morning. Look left now to find Jippo. Red 6 now rolls upside down for a barrel roll with a difference. Hear the pain in his voice. He's pushing minus 2.5 G. He's now the right way up. The other 3 are the wrong way up as they fly the mirror roll. Hear the pain in his voice. Minus 2.5 G, incredibly uncomfortable, I can tell you from experience. Now look out to the left to find Enid. Just above the trees, you see those 5 headlights coming in. The inside pairs roll back to the outside as they fly the rollbacks. Now further round to the right, we will eventually see... Let's give the Synchro pair a wave as they fly past upside down, everybody! Red 7 there, working hard, flying his jet only 8 feet away from Red 6, but doing it while he's upside down. Looking now right 45 degrees, we will see Enid. Zooming out of the trees there in a shape called Leader's Benefit. Enid are going to draw a red, white and blue snake-like shape of smoke in the sky as they fly the Python. See Reds 2, 3, 4 and 5, smoke changes white when Red 1 uses colour. We're actually producing that white smoke by injecting regular diesel fuel into the aircraft's 400-degree engine exhaust, and that makes it vaporised. To get the red and blue, we simply add a dye to the diesel. We carry 5 minutes of white and a minute each of red and blue. Looking straight ahead now as Jippo roll out with their smoke on. Reds 8 and 9 pitch up to draw circles around the Synchro pair. They then perform their own rolls. Cameras ready as they split in the Jippo break. Over to the front left with his smoke changing from blue to white is Red 7. He's Synchro number 2, Flight Lieutenant Steve Morris. Steve is in his 3rd year with the Red Arrows. He's a former Hawk instructor.
It would be a survivor out there in the field. That will have been spotted by the Sea King crew, who are now going to come to their aid. These helicopters form part of a nationwide search and rescue service, which includes helicopters flown from the 2 Royal Navy search and rescue bases that I mentioned, as well as those of the RAF and HM Coast Guard. There, a final salute trailing the naval ensign from the crew. We see a little of the attributes that nonetheless helped the Swordfish during the First World War, because, of course, being so slow and able to turn on a relative sixpence, it was able to quite effectively evade the attentions of enemy aircraft and indeed the guns of see the crew taking the salute in the rear cockpit as the aircraft flew past there. Like many Swordfish, this one was built by the Blackburn Company at Sherpen in Elmet. It's going to be coming in for its last part. And the trig colour scheme showing up very nicely against the patch of blue sky that's still in front of us. Richard Gray. Richard got his pilot's licence aged just 19, and the following year he performed his first public airshow display. Or Spitfire, I should say. He also now flies a Seafire as well as a Yak 3. Richards also a tail wheel. No one who's seen Richard in action in the Grace Spitfire, the newly restored Seafire 3 that has been appearing at, made its debut at the Flying Legends show at Duxton a couple of weeks ago, or 3 will doubt his skill. Dave Pulliston, meanwhile, learned to glide aged just 14. And in order to get some hours for flying training, he started working part-time or odd jobs at the Norfolk and Norwich Aero Club at Swanton Morley near Dereham in Norfolk. It's not a very glamorous way to get into flying, sweeping hangar floor. And there was a good view of the internal weapons bay open on that pass. This, as I said, used as a crew trainer and transport, helping support the P3C models that are used for the maritime. And a very, very stylish display, I'm sure you'll agree, captained by Captain Erik Rasmussen and the co-pilot, First Lieutenant Gert. These were aircraft that could direct a tremendous amount of Allied firepower, providing over-the-horizon artillery spotting for ground units. You can see the black and white D-Day invasion stripes that adorn Jim McTaggart's example here. And this denotes the fact that L4s served very extensively in the Battle of Normandy. Indeed, they were among the first Allied aircraft to go ashore in Normandy after D-Day on the 6th of June 1944. A story that was typical was that of a Piper L4H Cub from the US Army's 58th Armoured Field Artillery Battalion, which was the mount of one Lieutenant Thomas K. Turner.
Having displayed some of the basic, we're about to see Ninja 1 and 2 being engaged by a simulated surface-to-air missile. The aircraft will give Ben and Toby both audio and visual warnings, and they will both
external features of the Wildcat apparent to us, the very bright LED lights flashing away on the undersides of the two helicopters. So out of the swing boat, they'll be forming into line astern and turning away from each other. Ready to come back in face to face with one another. 825 Naval Air Squadron is the one. Turning, but as you can see, climbing. They say that the advanced rotors on the Wildcat, particularly in this case, of course, the tail rotor, give them better control and control authority at such low speeds. They'll be getting ready once they get to the top of this climb, the opposition nose over. A very good photo opportunity. Being troop convoys destined for Norway, which on the 9th of April 1940 had been overrun by German forces. Rothermere presented that aircraft to the nation under the name of Britain First. And it attracted the attention of the Air Ministry because it was faster than many contemporary fighter and bomber types of the interwar years. They decided to adapt it as a new light bomber for the Royal Air Force.